Hi, I am Kylie Sienkiewicz, and this is my ARC501 final presentation. Some quick areas of interest that I had in the studio, and obviously links to the studio interests as well, are urban development and housing, and then within that category, the impact of redlining and gentrification on local communities, strategies for equitable urban planning and affordable housing, food security and resource access, and then that is a whole nother category of interest for me. Solutions for providing access to healthy, affordable, and underserved areas, community-led resource sharing and support programs. And then there's for me, I did a lot of research on the culture in the area. And when I think of culture, I always think of food. So my big one was cultural identity and cuisine. So, how traditional recipes and cooking methods can reflect cultural history and values, and the role of food in maintaining a sense of identity within gentrified or displaced communities. So that leads me into like the top 5 points of my research. People in the area need better access to food and other basic sources. Transportation, transportation and safety are not good enough in the area. Education for young people is highly valued. There's a large gap in the area between the rich and the poor. And my biggest one was the community has a strong culture, like there's a lot of creativity and art. So this is my surrounding site isometric. So this red outlined area here is our site. And then I just went ahead and the closest surrounding buildings I labeled. So we have green over here, residential. So these are, just also apartment buildings. Um, and then we have the yellow as commercial. This is like a big warehouse back here. We have these industrial buildings going on across the street over here. And then the blue stuff, the blue ones, this one, this one, this one, those are studio and gallery spaces. So lots of art going on in the area. Um, and then this building right here is a cultural market actually. So that kind of is a big point for my idea going into this. Here is the site context isometric. So again, the red line is our site, and then this green building right here is my building, and these three buildings are my group members' buildings. Here is my programmatic organization isometric. Um, so I just have each of my different apartment unit types labeled, and then I have the public area with my community kitchen outlined here, and then I have my rooftops with my solar panels and my community garden spaces, also known as a green roof. Um, and then here is my circulation isometric, so these yellow areas are the areas that would be used for circulation. And then we have where I have outlined the accessible path to get out of my building. So over on this side, we have an elevator, the other side is stairs. So obviously, um, an accessible path would have to go down the elevator. And then the parking area is back here. So they would come down, go around here and over to the parking. And then again, the path of egress would be down the stairs on this side of the building. This is my sustainable design isometric. Um, so as I mentioned before, I have my solar panels for localized energy. I have created these very large windows on the backs of my buildings, and there are ventilation windows on the top front of all of the apartments. So that allows for cross ventilation. And then this rooftop garden that collects rainwater and also is known as a green roof, so it will help keep the building cool. This is my structure isometric. So the yellow are all just, regular 2x6 studs. The ones that I highlighted in blue are the ones that would be load-bearing walls. And then the green are the window and door frames. So here is my site plan. Um, I went ahead and labeled a lot of stuff. So we have the community kitchen. This is building one. This is building two. We have a pedestrian path out to my parking area. Um, Lots of vegetation, concrete deck for the community kitchen that kind of spills out of the building, um, and lots of picnic tables for that area. Um, I was the going into this too, I talked about this cultural market over here that has um different types of um foods that are culturally significant to the area. It is there's a very large Hispanic population in this area. Um, so my idea was to have the community kitchen where there can kind of be events, lots of food serving, and then I was also thinking with all those galleries that are around the area that there's probably a lot of art events in the area, and that maybe this is something that could be incorporated into that where um there can be food and a place to sit and stuff like that. So here is my first floor. So the first floor is the all of the units on the bottom of my building. So these ones are actually two-story units. So this is the first floor of those two-story units. So these ones on the corner are two-floor, two-bedroom units that in my mind a family would use. And then these middle ones, and it's the same on both buildings for the first floor. The middle ones are loft spaces, so the first floor doesn't have a bedroom on it. The only thing upstairs is the bedroom. Um, but so in my mind, this is very like single person living, but the ones on the corners are very much like meant for like a family or something like that. And then so here is the second floor of those two-story units and the second floor of the building. So again, on the corner, here's that second bedroom upstairs. For the lofts, here's that just the bedroom is upstairs. And then the third and fourth floor of my building are exactly the same. It's just that each building, the floors are different. So I have on this building, which is building one, um, on the corners, I have these one bedrooms that have sunrooms attached to them on the corners. So they have floor to ceiling windows on both sides of the room. And then in the middle over here, it's just your regular old one bedroom, nothing extra special about it. Was thinking it was more for like maybe an older person or somebody who doesn't want a lot of extra space to take care of. And then on this building, building two, I have a it's a either could be a one bedroom with an office space or a two-bedroom unit that is only one story instead of two stories. So here is an enlarged floor plan with residential space. So this I chose to show. I wanted to try and show more than one of the unit types in this enlarged one. So I showed the one with the sunroom and um the regular one bedroom. Here is an enlarged one of that community kitchen and part of the deck. And then here are the enlarged unit plans. So this is the 2-bedroom, 2-story floor plan. This is the loft floor plan. So again, only the bedrooms upstairs in this one. And in this one, we have, in my mind, it's very much set up for a family. So we have the master downstairs, and then we have upstairs another bedroom, but there is some extra room up here that could be used for like a child's playroom or and a storage closet and the washer and dryers up there. And then again, same thing here. Only the bedroom is upstairs. It's like a loft. One bedroom with the office, or this could definitely also be used as a second bedroom. Um, and then we have the 1 bedroom with the sunroom, and then the regular old 1 bedroom. So here are my building sections. So this is building 1 and building 2. And then in this next one, we have the building sections with the systems overlaid. So I decided that for my air conditioning, I wanted to do a ductless mini split system. So that means that there are wall-mounted units connected to an outdoor compressor. These are becoming more popular due to the efficiency and flexibility that they give. And then for plumbing, I decided on a manifold system, um, just because some of my um, oh, I'm sorry, for the manifold system, um, there's a central hub that controls water distribution, which allows every apartment building to get consistent, or every apartment to have consistent pressure and temperature. Um, and then I decided on a vacuum sewer system just because some of my pipes did have to bend a little bit because my bathrooms aren't perfectly stacked like you normally should have them for apartment buildings. Um, it uses suction to remove the wastewater so that way you don't have anything sitting in there or anything like that, because it definitely, I don't think, is something that could be done with just gravity, in my case, in this case. And then for electricity, I have solar panels, um, that are grid tied with a battery backup. So this combines solar panels, grid connection, and batteries. The batteries just store excess solar energy for use during outages or during the nighttime. So these are my elevations with materials added to them. So when I looked around in the area, I saw a lot of brick being used, and it was like white and black brick. So I picked out this gray brick color and this white brick color um to use. And then I was thinking it would be fun to add like this, like, I don't want to say rusted because that's not the right word, but kind of like a coppery um metal for the walkways. And then here is my interior perspective. Um, I didn't want the furniture to be distracting from it, so I didn't want to put real like rendered furniture in there, so I just went with the white blocks that I modeled. And so then I thought it would be cool if one of the walls had the brick like the outside to kind of um make it all come together as like an accent wall. And then I just did spray paint on these walls. Um and obviously the wood flooring always looks nice. Here is one of my exterior perspectives. I have a few of these. So this one is from standing inside the community, the outdoor community kitchen area, um, looking at the buildings. And then this one is like where you would walk in from the parking area, looking at the community kitchen. And then this one is also from in the kitchen, more angled towards just one building. And then this one is a closer up looking at that community kitchen. And then here are my model pictures. Um, so here's this one. This one is the northwest one. This one is the top down. I doubled up. This one is the um this one's looking south, and this one is looking southwest. The last one was southeast. And that is my project.